Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, California Weather Watch. Today is April 20th, and right now we are looking at the infrared satellite imagery. Got a trough swinging through the Pacific Northwest. It may clip some northern portions of California. I'll show you some of that here in a moment. But we've got a more interesting system coming towards the end of the week, and we'll dive into those details a bit here as we go through the video this morning. Looking at what is known as nighttime microphysics. This allows you to see on the infrared satellite imagery where the marine layer is here. So this is before the sun rises. Once it starts to come across, it becomes a little bit more difficult to identify some of the lower clouds along the coastline. We can kind of see the mixed bag off and on, but mostly clear across Southern California towards Point Conception. Then it gets a bit more cloudy as you go up across the Bay Area and some of Northern California. So just kind of an interesting look at what the GOES 18 satellite imagery is capable of. Very fun stuff. And looking at lightning strikes over the last 24 hours, some of Colorado and New Mexico, but nothing for Utah, Arizona, or California, or Nevada for that matter. That may change a little bit here for the next couple of days. I'll show you some of that here in a moment. But speaking of lightning, if you want your own lightning detection system here, you can get it in this all-in-one weather station. Click on the link down below. You save 10% off. You cannot beat this weather station for the price, unless you want to spend thousands of dollars on a much more professional setup. It's all solar powered, broadcasts to the internet. You can view this thing anywhere you want to go, and it updates every 3 seconds, even on your smartphone. Very fun stuff. And if you want to help support the channel, go to the Patreon page. You can also check out some of my more recent posts here about Skywarn Spotter program. You can take some of these virtual classes. Some of the National Weather Service offices do hold these. Go there and click on those links. So back to the forecast here. North American model will scroll through the day today. It does show maybe a couple showers, or more than a couple there, but across the higher terrain of the Sierra Nevada. And that system moving the Pacific Northwest may kick off a shower or two across Northern California and Northern Nevada. And then we go on in through Monday. You see the showers return again just for the higher terrain of the Sierra Nevada there. And then we scroll on in through Tuesday morning, back to Tuesday afternoon, and maybe a few showers across some of the higher terrain there yet again. And you can see the Storm Prediction Center keeps the thunderstorm activity off across portions of northern Nevada here, but the European wants to show a couple lightning strikes out there. The high resolution models really do not show that though, but just kind of keep that in the back of your mind, especially if you're across the backcountry. And there's even a tornado threat there across Missouri today. Got a mid-latitude cyclone come up across the area. There's a hatched area, which means there's potential for some strong tornadoes. If you have anybody out there across Arkansas, Missouri, even off in towards Illinois or eastern Oklahoma there, tell them to watch out for that severe weather, but they probably already know. Lightning flash density potential. So if you just look at the European model, you'd think, well, there's going to be some lightning across North California here, but the high resolution models really do not show this too much. But I did want to point it out. If we take a look at the HRRR, this is lightning flash density potential, and as you can see, there's nary a blurb here, except maybe Northern California as we go through the evening and nighttime hours. It doesn't show anything for Northern California. If we take up, actually, let me back that back up again here. I went a little bit too quick. And we're going to take a look at, I'll show you the European here more in a moment, but I want to look at the North American model also. And we're going to take a look at precipitation and composite reflectivity. This is what the Doppler radar may look like here over the next 60 hours. We go through the day today. Let's see if we can see any shower activity. A few showers there. Say, the North American model, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a lightning strike or two with some of that activity here. So there it goes, pushing off to the east. Now, if we take a look at the chance of temperatures greater than 80 degrees, you can see we're fairly warm here. I mean, Sacramento, look at by the time we get towards Tuesday, a 90% chance, Ready, 97% chance at 80 degrees or warmer. And then by the time you get towards Thursday and Friday, we are going to be bringing a system in here, and we're going to cool things down and maybe even bring some precipitation with it. Taking a look off across Nevada, National Weather Services do cover portions of Arizona, California. Death Valley, 93 degrees. Bring a jacket. Kind of chilly for those residents out there. But yeah, all joking aside, you can see the temperatures for the rest of the region here on the day today. They updated here this morning. Now, taking a look at 500 millibart temperatures. There goes that trough there. And that's one that may just kick off a storm or two. Pushes off to the east. And then you can see this next trough. This is the one we're watching as we go on in through the day. Thursday and Friday, we get this system swinging through here. We're going to go into more detail on that here over the next couple of days. And you can see another ridge ridge build in, and then you see another trough move to the Pacific Northwest, and then you see the yin and yang here, a big ridge out here across western USA versus some troughing out over the Pacific Ocean through the extended forecast. So if we take a look here at 6-hour precipitation type, this is the European Artificial Intelligence, and you do see Monday, you see just a few showers across the higher terrain. Does show that popping up, and again Tuesday across the Sierra Nevada. Wednesday, maybe the same thing there, and then we bring the frontal system. That will bring some more dynamic precipitation to Northern California, maybe some rain down towards the Bay Area, and another round for the Sierra Nevada here. We'll watch that over the next few days, and then you see the ridge building, then another trough swings through the Pacific Northwest, so we'll worry about the systems as we get a bit closer. Looking at the wind regime, 925 millibars, you can see the strong winds, kind of typical stuff out here. You get the big Pacific high with the north winds coming down the coast of California. The interior is warmer, so you get low pressure there, and you get these strong winds down the coastline, kind of a pretty permanent feature. If you ever go along some of the California and the Oregon coast, you notice those trees are carved out and they point kind of to the south. This is the reason why this wind is very persistent, especially through the summer months. So as we go on in towards Monday afternoon, you can see the afternoon hours there. The winds kick out of the northwest across the Sacramento, the San Joaquin Valley, westerly across the higher terrain in the deserts. And then we go on in towards Tuesday, and something similar peaks up again there as we go through Tuesday afternoon also. And you notice, I'm going to loop through here and just watch off the northwest California coast. Look at the persistent north wind, very semi-permanent feature that just kind of hangs out a lot of the summertime there. So that's why those trees get carved in those, or molded in that direction. Now, if we take a look here, national blend of models. So this is today, Sunday, April 20th, Easter Sunday. There's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Then we start to cool things back down a little bit on Thursday and Friday. As you can see, we get a little relief from some of those temperatures. That trough is going to try to swing by here. And again, we'll be watching that over the next few days and maybe bounce back after that. Who knows? Total precipitation in inches over the next 15 days. I'm going to kind of scroll through this kind of quick. This is just a 15-day running loop. Not a lot of precipitation to speak of. Better chances across Northern California, but even by those standards, that is not too much. And as you can see, the statewide snowpack, we're about 82% of average. I believe this is updated. Let's take another look at that. 82%. The melt-off has started to occur. It's typical for this time of year, but you can kind of see we are now dropping off. We have reached the pinnacle of our snow water equivalent, and now we are going to decline that as we go on towards the summer months. Take a look at the 6 to 10-day temperature outlook. Look at that below normal signal there, April 25th through 29th, and that's probably because of that trough out there. We'll continue to watch that. You can kind of see this mixed bag here across the southwest through the end of the month. But yeah, anyway, we will run this all down again tomorrow. Hopefully you guys are having a good Easter Sunday, and I will talk to you guys then.